2, 1. Okay. Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, welcome to my base. My base is my common sense. I try to talk about common sense with my brothers, Ninja Turtles. And of course, if they keep going in and out, they will be back. Of course, network problems. Of course, I don't know what it is. They mess with the satellite. I don't know. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. These are my Ninja Turtle brothers. I am Leonardo and Michelangelo. Let's go, Knicks. And of course, we'll talk about multiple subjects. And of course, our topics for today will be about, Frankie's Pizza. He wants to talk about, which is Michelangelo right next to me. He wants to talk about money over morals, the simple way of choice, but the wise way, blank. Me, Mandela effect. Okay, how mobile devices destroy relationships, how to test people's intentions, which is easier to take care of, cats or dogs. Tyson's chicken. He wants what water can do for you, plant-based powders, Morigen. Okay, and Thomas the train. He will be in here shortly. I hope he is. How to be outspoken and be happy about yourself. Okay, so I ran off through all the questions, but we were a little bit earlier. We was talking about the Knicks. So Maurice, what are you talking about the Knicks? How many people was cut? I don't pay attention to the NBA or like that, but they cut the whole team.
That's what it feels like. They cut a lot of people, but we're not gonna talk about sports though. They cut the whole team pretty much though.
I started watching basketball way back, like when Michael Jordan left the team, so I just stopped watching basketball. I stopped watching football like a few years back when the Steelers lost against that team with Tom Brady. What team was Tom Brady on?
The Patriots.
Yeah, I stopped because I found out that it was like sometimes they do stuff like that to get certain individuals popular, and that throw was terrible. I think it was Rothenberg. He threw that ball. He threw it right there. He jumped up. I think they set it up right there. And me and Thomas, we was all there when we saw that. We all saw that throw. Okay, that throw was illegal. It wasn't right. Something was wrong. So now Tom Brady and then he wants to get the number one now. But anyway, we're gonna talk about your subjects. We're waiting for Thomas here. Where's Thomas at, man? Where's Thomas? He's still having sex. He's still having sex.
Give him 2 minutes. He's
2 minutes. Look at that. I got beats. Beats is in my teeth. So how's your days going, you guys? Frankie, fix your camera.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. Let's see. Oh, there you go, Thomas. You done? Are you done?
If y'all don't know, we're live.
You done, Thomas?
What?
Are you done? Are you done?
No, I'm not.
She wearing you out, huh? Come on now. So we already talked about all sorts of crazy stuff already.
I see.
Yeah, but other than that, how you been? You doing okay? Okay, so we want to talk about whose topic we're going to start with first, okay? Huh?
Mine is information though, so I could go real quick.
Okay, no. Let's go with yours. Yours is let me see. Tyson's chicken and said what water can do for you. Let's talk about that. Let's go, brothers. Let's go. What water can do for you?
Well, we're gonna just give some things that water could do for you. Basically, let's talk about what dehydration does to you. And basically, water helps with dehydration. So dehydration causes fatigues, mood swings. It causes headaches and migraines. It causes problems with your digestive system. And so when you drink enough water, it actually relieves all these things. So these are the benefits of water. It relieves fatigue, improves your mood, helps with headaches, and it aids in your digestive system. It also encourages weight loss. So what they say to do is drink 2 cups of water before you eat. It helps curb your appetite. And then in this case, it indirectly supports weight loss. Obviously, you're not eating as much because it feels like you're more full than normal. So those are some of the benefits, and you should definitely do your research on what water could do for you. It's a great source. I know everyone has like questions about what water is actually good, because you got purified water, you got water that's basically harmful to you that basically can cause sickness. But there's ways to clean, it's a way to purify water also. Some people use lemons and limes in your water to kind of purify it, cleans the water out and things of that nature. But you only can do your own research for that. That's it.
Okay, what about you, Frankie? What do you think about this water thing? What do you got in your mind?
I think water. I think you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think water does more than what we can imagine. If you're dehydrated, you can have back pains. Like he said, the digestive system, it helps you digest your food properly. If you wake up in the morning and some people say you should wake up in the morning and drink a glass of water before anything, so you can get the toxins out of your body. And also, before you go to sleep, you should drink a glass of water. But we can't even imagine what water do for us. Like he said, if we do the research, there's like hundreds of things water do for us that we take for granted. It helps with losing weight. It helps with energy. There's so many things it helps with. The funny thing is that we could go weeks without food, but we could go like 3 to 4 days. We could go a couple of days without water.
Oh, okay. So what about you, Thomas? What do you think about water? Okay. Oh yeah, there's 2 people watching us now. I just want you to know that.
I think water is very good for you.
I got something else to say. I got something else to say. Another thing is this: what type of water you drink, it matters. Like he was emphasizing on a lemon and what is the pH levels of the water?
Yeah,
the pH levels. Also, the waters, some water got minerals in it. So when you go to the store and you see a bottle of water that costs $4, usually that water got some minerals in it that will help your system, like something like Poland, that water that's that's purified. When they purify that water, it also take out the minerals or the benefits that's unseen in that water. So when you go buy a $4 bottle of water, or you buy something like Pellegrino is a mineral water. When you go to the restaurants, they usually ask you if you want tap water, Pellegrino water, and that's because the minerals and the benefits of that water, they're gonna upcharge you for that. They're gonna probably charge you like $6 a bottle, something crazy like that, or $10 some places.
Because of the brand name. The brand name was more expensive. I don't want to pay for brand names.
No, like I said, it's the minerals and the properties that's inside of that water. It's not like so when a water is purified, it's also taking the benefits. It's also taking the benefits out of the water also. So you're drinking like, you're not drinking water with the benefits. With the benefits in the water.
What I gotta say about that? What I gotta say about benefits? I believe there should be nothing in your water. Okay, forget the minerals. I believe strongly that there shouldn't be no chemicals in your water. Okay, it's supposed to just rinse. It's supposed to rinse your bowels. Like, I believe in reverse osmosis, which is basically double filter on both sides. You know, distilled water comes close to the most purest water in the world. Distilled water is like steam water. Okay, so this steam water is created from thin air. Okay, from steam, off of chemical and shit, off of I don't know how it's made, but I'm pretty sure steam water. And so distilled water is the most purest. If you get something from the spring water, from a tap, from the ocean, or something like that, and they're trying reverse osmosis is the best way to go, because if you will have something in your water, I don't trust it. Okay, this alkaline water out there, you know, but they charge an arm and a leg. Like, look at this. Look, I'm gonna show you something. You know, see, on here it tells you reverse osmosis. You need them at 90 cents, 96 jug, 90 cents a gallon. And if you try to get, if you get anything in alkaline, there's a lot more process that goes along with it. And I don't really, they get expensive. Like $2, you know, a $2 container. What's the
right.
Let me see.
I agree with you. There's some process alkaline water, but also
here it is right here. This alkaline right here, 88 alkaline 88, it's $2.30 for this 3.7 liter gallon, 1 gallon water. It's ionized with H2O. Okay, with all that technical stuff
Right,
will mean.
right, and in a way that you can test with something alkaline level like water. I know they do a iodine test. If you can look on YouTube, they do iodine test. They drop it in the water, and if the water turns, I think if it turns, it goes from yellow to blue to green. Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
And it tells you if it's like 6, 7, 8, 9.
Here,
Our body's
right
supposed to be our body's supposed to be between 7 and 8.5, I believe. 7 and 8.5. But what you're doing when you're what you're doing when you drink the water is the acidity that we eat from the foods and meats and things like that. We're trying to level it out back to like between 7 and 8.5. That's why you want to drink water that got high alkaline levels. And
yeah, but listen to this. You should just get yourself an alkaline tester and make sure you can check your waters. But it's really not, to me, I don't use it no more because I feel it's like unimportant. But once you put it in there, you don't want something high up in it. The spigot water. The spigot water is the worst water. You never drink from. I never drink from the spigot water. Okay,
well, that's in your state.
My macaroni and cheese, I don't put it in. I don't use the spigot water. Okay. That's where you get sick at. The spigot is what makes you sick. All your sicknesses is coming from the spigot water. As soon as you run that water, you put it in the refrigerator, your ice cubes. Don't drink the spigot water. What do you think about this, Thomas? Thomas, what do you think about this spigot water? What? Go ahead. Talk about water.
I don't drink my spigot water at all. Because in the island, it got the water is bad.
The lead levels, correct? Is it the lead levels, or the toxins that they pour in the water?
They just the lead levels bad. I know. They even say it's even bad to shower with it.
I know in New York City,
but I ain't got no place for to take a shower, so I gotta use it.
I know New York City has some of the best water though, because they.
The only reason why they say New York City has the best water because how contaminated it is. The best they clean the system. They clean it. The way they clean the system is better than normal because they water so damn dirty. Right,
exactly. You're 100% right. They use chemicals to balance the water out, and that's why it's the best. It's the best water in the country.
Yeah, it ain't the cleanest water.
Right. They use so many things to balance it out. Next subject, Mandel.
Okay, hold on. Somebody texted me here. Okay, the next subject. Okay, we are going to talk about. You said who was that? Okay, plant-based powders, Moringa, right?
Moringa.
Okay, what is that? I've seen it before, but I haven't really looked into it. But explain what that is.
All right, so Moringa is basically a superfood. It's sometimes go by the drumstick tree, the mineral tree, or the miracle tree, or the horse tree. It was originally used in Southeast Asia and African for centuries. It has antioxidants, proteins, and vitamins and minerals. It can help you with a lot of different things. It can help with your immune system. It help with inflammation and numerous chronic diseases. It helps with diabetes prevention. It's rich in vitamins and minerals. It provides vitamin C, 157% of your daily dose of vitamin C in 2 cups of it because it's a tree, so it's like pods. It also helps with your absorption of iron and acts as an antioxidant to scavenge reactive radicals. It helps with wound healing and lower cholesterol and many more things. This is me just getting into it. I just started taking it. It gave me a lot of energy in the morning. I take it with my tea. I take it with tea and honey, and I mix it with my tea and honey. Just two teaspoons of it, and it's basically a superfood that America is just starting to. I'm not sure it's been here for a while, but they're just starting to get here, and it's almost like what's that? Sea moss. What's it called? Sea moss.
Sea moss. Yeah, I heard of sea moss before. Yes.
Sea moss, the black seeds, things like that nature, I think it's
black
getting
seed
more,
oil is potent. Black seed.
I think it's getting more.
Spirulina, right, Thomas? That was spirulina, right? That's something you take?
Yeah, spirulina.
No, I take the spirulina. Spirulina's on the top. That's the number one ultimate.
I got that from Mandel.
Yeah, spirulina has 48 amino acids and has all those things you said plus more. It does so much for the body. I only take a teaspoon in my water and it'll turn it green. It's from the volcano. It's blue-green algae. And as I said before, I'll show you here that it's better to get it in a capsule formation or a powder. You can get it in a powder, but it's very expensive. This is no joke. The chlorella and these two releases toxins in the body. It does pretty much everything that you mentioned, probably much more. There's a lot of chemicals here with overrides everything else in the refrigerator. This is the super food. Okay? You see it?
Yep.
Tablets. Don't whenever you do, when you get that Morgana and stuff like that, don't get it in plastic capsules. Stay away from the plastic capsules. Very bad. Okay.
What is it? Vitamin? What is it? A mineral? What is it?
It's a powder.
Oh, it's a powder?
Yep. I know you can see it.
What is it called?
Got it?
How you pronounce it?
I think it's
Moringa. I think
Moringa.
Yeah, basically it's almost so like that was drinking the scheme. It's pretty much the same thing as it's a superfood. People usually take about it. The whole plant is edible, so even down to the roots, you actually can eat the whole plant. It's edible. So, but obviously this is the United States, so we get stuff like this.
Profit. It's all about profit. Capitalism at its best.
And it's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be very easy to grow. It can grow in a lot of different climates, so it's supposed to be very easy to grow. And it also, which I read, it also was really interesting, is that it helps clean the water.
Oh wow!
Because what happens when it's in your body, it absorbs all the bad. I don't know what to call it. The bad toxins. And it does the same thing. There's such things in the water. So if the plant is in the water or near water, it pulls all the toxins into the plant and actually cures water. I mean,
write that in the chat. Moringa.
Huh? I'm in the
chat. Write it in the chat. No, write it in the chat.
Why am I in the chat? What do you mean?
No, write
Type it in the chat.
No, there's somebody texting me. They're talking. They want to join my show, and I said you can't join my show because you got to watch it on the YouTube. So I get distracted because I have my open bubble here, and the bubble, okay, it shows people, hey, I see you online, and say yada yada yada. I say, hey, I'm talking to my brothers. You can watch us, okay? He wants to join the chat. He wants to talk with us. You want us to join him? He's from.
No.
He said, write Moringa in the chat.
Huh?
Write Moringa in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay,
so
hold on.
People know how to know the name of it.
Okay, let me see. Okay. More, how you spell it?
MOR.
Okay.
INGA. MORININGA.
Okay, let me see. Lena. All right. There it is. I wrote it in the chat. Okay, where did Frankie go?
I don't know.
He ran away.
Oh, I misunderstood him. I hope he didn't get mad. Okay.
No,
he'll be back.
Probably was gonna restart his phone.
Okay. Well, his phone must be done. But let's go on to the next subject. Now, Frankie wanted to talk about money over morals, the simple way of choice, but the wise way something else. I can't understand his language, his English writing. Okay, sometimes. Okay, Thomas. You want to talk about your subject? How to be outspoken and be happy with yourself. Huh? Okay.
Main reason why I chose that because a lot of us are being we hide the way we really feel. We hide the way that what we really want to say to people. We really hide what we want to say in public, period. Because of our, we try to be a character that somebody else want us to be instead of just being ourselves. And I honestly feel that we actually just speak the way we feel. We'll speak what's in our heart. We'll speak what's in our mind. That people either accept us or they don't. And you need to learn how to be happy for people that some people's not going to accept you and some people are going to accept you. But it's best to make sure that you can accept yourself. And the only true way you can accept yourself is just because you have to speak what's inside you.
Okay. So I totally agree with that. I think it's wise to always be yourself up front because people will respect that more. Like, a lot of people hate me on the YouTube sometimes, and I love it because they don't know who I am. But once they know who I am, then they're like, "Yo, why do you act like that on your YouTube?" And I'm like, because that's part of who I am. I'm a multifaceted individual. I'm spontaneous. It's too much for you to deal with. Okay? I'm all over the place. Okay? What do you think about this, Maurice?
Change your froze.
Oh, he's frozen in the Matrix. He'll come back.
Frankie's on.
Okay.
What topic is this?
This one is like what's it called? How to be outspoken and be happy with yourself.
Okay, well, who topic is that? Yours, Thomas?
Yeah.
Give me a quick summary. What you said.
That's the quickest summary. Let's say just saying, speaking what's inside your heart, no matter who like you, who don't like you. As long as you know you're being happy with yourself by speaking what's inside your heart. That's the quick summary.
Let's take a time. I think I heard that this week also. It depends on the way you're saying it. Depends on the way you say it. I think you should speak. I think you should speak your mind and speak up. But sometimes I think a lot of people take it and they take it in a sense of being aggressive and speaking with authority. But you can speak your mind, but also speak your mind with let's say, so to speak, like courtesy, like be clear on your topic and don't think you have to be aggressive or be a tyrant to speak your mind. If you clear on if you know what you're talking about and you clear on your thoughts and you can present it properly without being aggressive or without getting your raw emotions behind it, I totally agree. You should speak your mind, but with clarity though. With clarity and with patience, because a lot of times when you do speak your mind, it's going to bring confrontation because everybody don't think the same. But if you have the patience to speak your mind and be clear, I believe you should speak your mind, but with knowledge though, and also waiting for answers on how another person view things.
Yes, here's Hassan. He says hello to you all, and I say hello to you. And hello from Bangladesh to United States. We're okay. Okay? Yeah. I know I was on a video, right? With my friend of mine. He brought me on his show, okay? And I told him, I said, don't put me on the show when you have emotional individuals who don't know how to articulate themselves or they got a short attention span or their patience is very thin. Because I'm no type of person that will bring up impatience. I'm not long-winded when I talk. And the only thing I said is simply that women need to be taught, okay? And the woman that he had on his show got offended. And I said, taught mean not in a disrespectful manner, but taught in a way, yada, yada, yada. And I said, I have to get out of here, man. When you have a mature audience that can respect what I'm saying from my perspective without screaming at me, this woman was, hey, I like the way you say, I like what you're saying. Like, calm down, relax, calm down. And it's very important to be understood and be simple, but sometimes that doesn't always work. Okay, so I told him, don't bring me on your shows with liberals getting all emotional with me. It doesn't work with me, man. You better get that checked real quick. If you got a woman screaming at me, I'm going to scream back. Okay. Yeah. So anything else about this, Maurice?
Well, I come from like a different perspective. I understand what Thomas is saying. I think they were not looking at it. It's actually tough to speak your mind. The reason why, being a leader, well, a lot of people don't know, I manage people basically for a living. And what I try to do is get the best out of people. And sometimes, Frankie's 100% right, people just don't understand what you're trying to direct them to do. So the example that I give, the direction I give my team is that I could tell someone to come here, just like this, hey, come here. One person will not get offended, but the other person will. It's just the same simple word of saying come here. So as someone that's trying to speak their mind, I think they have to learn the psychology of other people first, because that's what I learned, you know, that's what I learned through my steps and through my years, and I still haven't mastered, and I've been doing it for well over 15 years. You got to learn the psychology of people, how people take things. You got to learn the psychology of how to get people to respond to the direction that you want them to go in, or to help them benefit themselves, because sometimes they don't even realize that you're benefiting them in the direction you're trying to place them, trying to make their life a little bit easier or their job a little bit easier. So it's kind of tough speaking your mind if you don't know how to read people or how to speak to people, period. Because some people feel, like I said, like Mandell's situation, some people get offended very easily. Some people are sensitive. Some people get mad. They take different emotions on the words that you say. Words are very powerful.
And I think that's what's huge about like taking that position, because anytime you speak in your mind, you're taking a leadership position. I was reading a book called The Strength of Love by Martin Luther King, and he said a lot of times when a person is taking a position, especially an opposition of what the majority says, he speaks about the majority, right? To be outside the box. To be outside the box is taboo, because now you're going against the grain. We live in a society where if the majority agrees, that's the position we should be in. But anytime that you speak in something outside the majority, even if it's bad or good, right, it's taboo, and you're taking a position where you gotta defend yourself, and it's pretty difficult. It's like, because if you speak in your mind, you're speaking from your point of view, and usually your point of view is going to be different than the masses, unless you come into agreement and you just want to be a part of the majority.
Yeah.
So let's get on with the next subject. That was excellent. That was excellent, guys. Okay. Let me see. Okay, look, the next subject is let me see. I will talk about my subject: how mobile phones destroy relationships. Let's talk about that. Okay, what I mean by what I said. Okay, it's the mobile fucking monster. I swear to God, man. It's like my wife had a phone in Ethiopia. Knowingly, this phone moves slow as hell on 2G on fucking Edge network again. And so I'm like, I already knew that once I gave my wife the phone privilege, give her a phone, paying for it and everything in my name, she took advantage of that. And then I allowed her to do all these things, even though I'm tracking her and stuff like that. And I told her about this religious stuff. I don't care about religion too much. But when it comes to females having phones, I really believe that if you're in a relationship and you put all that time and effort into a phone, more than your husband or more than your kids or more than your house, there's a problem. And, you know, things happen when you don't watch one another. I allow my wife to look on my phone all the time. I ain't got nothing to hide because I'm alpha, right? And I'm talking to this female because of yada, 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 okay? I'm talking to this person, yada, yada, yada. But lots of times when people have these phones, I believe that most women don't know how to use the phones. Use the phone for some educational. Try to find something in common with someone, right? And that's the destructive thing when especially someone sneaking around or trying to be clever and all that stuff. I really believe that phones is the majority of the time destroys relationships, the biggest. Okay, what do you think? What do you want to say about this, Thomas?
What you gotta say, Thomas?
I really don't think phones will do a relationship. I think it all depends. It all depends on the way you see things, man. If somebody want to take safer interest, somebody want to stay in their phone that long, then what can you really do? Let them stay. So
I'm not saying that phones destroy the majority of relationships. You know what I'm saying is that I believe that phones destroy most relationships, because when you're in a relationship and you don't know a female or you don't know the guy that you're with and they're constantly using phones, that shows their attention for you. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? I every time I talk to a person who was in a relationship, I said, okay, did you have the ability to look on their phones? Right there, they said no. Okay, so they say no. I said I can't look on their phones. Okay, same thing and vice versa. I said, yo, do you have the ability to look on their phones, see what they're doing? Okay, and they say no. So automatically, if they're cheating, they have to communicate through the phone.
That's because you just said that. You know, you just said a key word, if, right?
If, but still, the only way they can communicate with the outside world.
Why would I want to look for that though?
You don't have to look. They have the opportunity to cheat by being on the phone.
The person that I'm with. If I gotta think that you're cheating, then it's something wrong with me.
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
What do you think?
Okay, let's talk about that. If you have to think to protect yourself at all times,
no,
maybe
that's different.
Wait a minute.
That means you shouldn't even be with the person then.
Okay, how about this? No one should be in a relationship then.
No, because I don't believe that.
Okay, I'm trying to make myself clear. I'm trying to make myself very clear.
Hold on. Is she cheating? Is she cheating? I'm not killing my day thinking it's somebody cheating on me. Get out of here.
Okay. You're right.
You're wasting my time. I gotta think if you're cheating on me. I'm wasting my life.
You're right. So the thing is that if you don't want to feel to protect yourself, it's okay. If you do want to feel
that's not protecting yourself.
No, I'm just saying that if you want to make sure. It's not a guilty conscience. You want to make sure that someone is not cheating. If you want to look on my phone to see if I'm cheating, you can look on my phone. It's called trust. There's no secrets in a relationship.
Don't look on you because you open the door does not mean that she has to open the door.
But listen, what I'm saying, there's no secrets in relationships. There's no secrets in relationships.
There is no secrets in relationship, but I'm not gonna hold nothing to get you if you don't let me do it.
You understand what I'm saying? My whole purpose is
because you didn't let me do the same thing I let you do.
Well, it's up to you to make that decision. But I'm just saying there's no side that is wrong. Okay. If I want to protect myself by looking on your phone, okay, then there's nothing wrong with me thinking that.
Then you shouldn't be with her.
Well, the thing is that then nobody should be with nobody the way you're making it.
No, because I don't believe that.
Okay, so this is how you work in your life. All I'm saying is that I'm not wrong for thinking.
I got the ability to say I'm gonna go look at my wife's phone, so I should just go make sure I go look at my wife's phone to make sure she ain't cheating. That means I don't have no faith in my wife.
Okay.
No, that's not no faith in her.
Frankie, what do you think about this when I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna speak last. Mandel, Maurice, you go ahead. You have something to say, right?
What do you want to say about this phone thing?
I think, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, Mandel. I think Mandel's word is a distraction. That's the word he should be looking for. I think the phone is a distraction in relationships when the person feels like the person taking time away from the family. I mean, like sometimes we should have time with our family, and sometimes the phone is a device that we get distracted by these social medias, and you're on social media a little bit too long, like your kids. Let's take it like that. You know, your kids on social media too long, and they try to eat dinner, but they still sitting on social media, and as an hour go past, 2 hours go past, 3 hours go past. Like, what are you doing? I think we all get caught up, and I think it's a distraction for relationships, and it can cause turmoil through a relationship because of distraction, because that partnership.
Very good.
But you just said you wanted permission to look through her phone.
I don't care.
Well, I'm kind of different though. I also added that in.
You said you want to look through her phone.
Listen.
Okay, can I speak?
Yeah. There's no secrets with me.
Okay? All right, now when Mandel was portraying when he speaking, like Maurice, I understand exactly what you're saying when it comes to distraction. That's any relationship. You hear people talk about going to the restaurant where they're not paying attention to one another. They don't even talk to each other, and they're on the phone, right?
I agree with that.
They're not doing that relationship. Now, Mandel, what you're speaking of, it seems like you're speaking of jealousy in some way. Now, in the sense of jealousy, where you got to look through a phone, or you feel insecure about that relationship, right? Now, if you feel insecure about that relationship,
no, Frankie, let me omit one thing. It's not about jealousy. It's just about security. Okay. Remember that.
No, but if you're gonna look through her phone and you think that she's talking to someone else, and you're looking through her phone for that very reason, that's jealousy and that's insecurity. I know that.
I think we misunderstand what jealousy means. Jealousy means that when someone's already talking to you and you don't like that person talking to that person. But I don't care about if she talks to any man. You understand? Okay. I don't get jealous. I don't get jealous.
All right, so I'm talking about let's say insecurity then. It's an insecurity.
Okay.
If you looking through her phone to see if she's talking to someone in a unrespectful manner, or you're looking for something out that's disrespecting your relationship, if you're looking for that, then that's the type of insecurity. Now, it's up to you if you want to live that way insecurity. I say if you want to, you should. If you can't live with that insecurity and you got to check up on her, that relationship needs some building, or you need to separate yourself. Now, it's up to her whether if she want to deal with that or not, and she want to fight for the relationship. Now, anytime you have jealousy, in a relationship or insecurity in a relationship, it's up to the person who's that is inflicting like their personal space on, whether they're going to fight for that relationship. Now, either they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to reveal everything to you. So you know what, you have no reason to be jealous. And they're going to fight for you to calm your mind, to put you back on a level playing with them. Now, if a person is continuing
how about this, Frankie? I want to say one thing. I usually tell all females have trust issues. So everyone is going to feel some sort of way and insecure. I can't take pain, okay? So you see my eyes. I don't play with pain. So if I'm telling you have trust issues in advance, that secures you to know that things is going to be needed checked on. If you can deal with it, you can deal with it. Great. You can't continue on. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that. Now, if you got trust issues, then that means you and your wife or your girlfriend or whoever you with need to work on your relationship to strengthen that relationship. In relationship, there should be no trust issue. Your woman shouldn't be able. Don't get me wrong. When you first start out, it's a journey. You build that relationship up. You strengthen that relationship. Now, even if you build it up, now. Hold on. Let me speak. Let me speak. Go ahead. Let me speak. Now we all men in relationships, right? Now I know majority of the time I'm with my lady. I've been in a relationship with my lady for like 15 years, right? Majority of the time, if she can go out all she wants, I don't care what she's doing. Majority of the time, I don't care what she's doing. If she goes out right now and say, I'm going out, let's say she said right now it's 12 o'clock, and she said, I'm going to my mother's house. I'm not going to think, I'm going to say why, but I'm not going to think twice. I'm not going to think twice about where she's going. Are you going to think twice about what your lady's doing?
That's a form of insecurity right there. If your wife
Maurice, are you going to think twice about where your lady's going? You're going to ask why you going, and she say, I just want some air.
Wait, Frankie. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm trying to make a point here. Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen before you speak. If your wife just gets up at 4 a.m. and want to go outside, it is a form of insecurity to ask her, why are you going at 4
No, because you know I'm asking where she going at 4 a.m? Because I'm gonna be worried about her. One, I'm gonna be worried about her. But if she
what about me if I'm worried about her slipping up on the phone? Right?
What you mean slipping up on the phone?
Let's get on with the next subject. I think some people understand what I'm saying here.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, Frankie.
Let's clear the air.
Y'all guys are not like me. I am an alpha, and y'all guys are at a different level of alpha. I'm just trying to say everything is about insecurity. You don't want to play games with the phone, okay? Let's get on the next subject. I don't want to talk too much about that,
okay? Okay. All right.
Good call. Good call.
Hold on. Okay. How to test people's intentions, okay? That's my next question, okay? When I talk about people testing people's intentions, that, you know, before I brought my wife in America, I had to test her to see if she would listen to someone else's word over mine, which most people don't do. You know, let's say you get in a relationship and you want to know early on if your girl or your boy is faithful, okay? You have to test that individual's merits and loyalties early before you get too involved. My wife, she passed the test. She passed all of the tests, okay, while she was in Ethiopia. But of course, things change. So I recommend that everyone should test their mates or relationships. Of course, it's going to be some sort of insecurity. It's going to be somewhere along the line. Insecurities everywhere. If you don't test, you are going to be infested. Okay? You're going to be infested. Okay. So what do you think about that? Go ahead.
I'd rather be infested.
Okay, you
I ain't tested nothing.
You ain't testing nothing. Go ahead.
I'm not testing nothing.
You don't need to test nobody. Frankie, you believe we're testing people?
I believe that we're not computers and we're not programmed. We're not programmed one way. We don't have an operating system where we're programmed one way. No, human beings change. Human beings adapt. So let me tell you, a person I'm with
people change.
is always changing, right? It's always changing. It's always changing. It's a choice to be in a relationship. It's a choice to stay with a person. It's a fight to stay with a person.
I totally understand you. Maurice, what do you think about this? Do you feel it is good to save your time and to test a relationship's loyalty early on in a relationship? What do you think about this?
Wait, hold on. I got one more thing to say. Sorry, Maurice. I got one more to say. If it was that simple, the divorce rate in America won't be so high. Next, go ahead. Go ahead, Maurice.
You're right about that. You're right.
Okay. I don't believe in testing people. I think if you're not going to be with somebody, you're not going to be with them. It don't matter what you put someone through. Eventually, you have a breaking point. I think everyone has a line that in a relationship that you don't want someone to cross. And if they cross that line, I think that's the end of that relationship. I don't believe it's going to be a test because everyone takes everything differently. Again, like Frankie said, everyone's adapt differently. Everyone changes. We're all changing. Humans change. That's what makes us different from animals. So
so now we understand that I like to test my subjects of relationships and you guys don't. Let's go on with the next subject, okay? Hold on, let me see. The next question I have and topic I have is which is easier to take care of, cats or fucking dogs? Thomas. What do you think about this? Thomas Raphael. Okay, what is your
Well, I'm not a cat person, period.
Huh?
I'm not a cat person, period. So
you don't like
I like dogs. I like dogs.
Oh, that's a personal thing, right?
Yeah, I just don't. I could be around cats, but I don't like them as my pet. Nah, you won't see me have a cat as my pet.
Okay. What about you, Frankie?
Yo, I don't got a cat or a dog. But I know these people around here gotta walk those daggone dogs like 5 times a day. I never see nobody walking a cat.
Yo, listen to this nasty shit here, man. I learned that when I hear a lot of stories, which I was told about white women having dogs, it's disgusting, man. You don't.
Wait, hold on. You get on topic. Hold on. No.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, what's going on? What's going on over there in your apartment, man?
Yo, his walls is crazy.
Nah, this is what I'm told.
Wait.
Wait, don't get off the subject.
I'm
just saying that I think I know why some people like dogs over cats.
I'm a dog person. I don't deal with cats. I don't mind cats, but I'm a dog person. Next subject.
Okay. Did you know that it's far easier for me to take care of a cat than the dog? They have both.
Cat take care of itself. It don't need you.
There you go.
That's why I don't like cats.
Because they take care of themselves.
An animal is supposed to be an animal is supposed to be a companion in some form. You do know
but
that.
A dog, you gotta wash your dog's balls and take them outside, don't you?
So
okay, so dogs are more. They say dogs are more obedient. Is that the real reason why?
Is dogs what?
People who have dogs. The psychology is linked to people who have dogs, like pit bulls and all these big dogs and all that, because they're more obedient.
No, it's not that they're more obedient. It's not. I don't think it has anything to do with obedience. I just think a cat is really just.
If you want,
a cat is almost like something that you can just leave anywhere. It's going to take care of itself. So it's really there's no companion type shit there. A cat will actually show love to you.
I never seen somebody bring a cat to work either, though. I've seen people bring dogs to work, but they never bring cats to work.
That's because cats stay home.
Yeah, you can take I took my cat around all the time when I had a cat on the north side. My cat loved it. What the hell is going on with society? Why is people so focused on dogs over cats?
No, I said to work.
Dogs are great.
Huh?
When I go to the door, my dog come run to me, go, oh, you home.
When I had a cat, my cat did that to me. They said meow meow and purrs to me.
He wanted to eat. He
never seen a cat do that. I've never seen a cat do that.
Well, my cat, every time I go to my lady's house, cat run to me at the door, purrs when I pet it. I don't like a lot of attention. My cat comes to me and says everything's gonna be fine without barking. I hate dogs that bark. It's
my
so
dog don't bark. I just found out my dog barked yesterday.
Yeah. So yeah, but you gotta take them out. You gotta take them outside, and there's more to wash on a dog's body. There's more things to watch out for. Okay. I think you know what I think. I think y'all like dogs because of protection. Correct?
No.
Come on now. You can't give me a good reason why you like dogs over cats.
I just did. I just think dogs should more love than cats.
Okay. Okay. That's maybe subjective. Okay. Let's go on to the next subject. Okay. From Maurice, you got anything to say about this dogs and cat shit?
He turned out the lights.
You sleep over there, Maurice?
He said lights out. I'm a cat person surrounded by dogs.
Where my dog's at?
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't understand this.
What I said, what do you think about the dog and cat philosophy?
Yeah. Next subject. I don't really. Yeah.
He's a dog person.
I got nothing.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now let's talk about Frankie's last question. 2 topics, and that's it. Money over morals. Money over morals.
True or false? Money over morals.
Who you asking?
It's not really a question, bro.
Yeah,
it's a question mark. You wrote a question mark right after.
That's not a question.
It is a question. Money over morals.
What is the question? Are we taking money over morals?
Are you taking money over morals?
Society's money over morals? That's not a question.
It is a question.
It is. No, I would choose morals. I would choose morals over money any day and any time.
Of course you will. I think everybody on this page will.
I think we'll say it, but I think we won't. I think we'll say it, but a lot of times we won't walk it out. It could be a little thing.
Say that.
Go ahead. I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
No, there's plenty of people, especially in society, we see a lot of people who choose money over morals instead of the other way around. Morals over money. It could be a small. It could be a small thing. It could be a small thing. Right. Money over morals. It could be something small, but it also could be something big. But it's just a lot of times when we choose, especially you see, let's talk on a global scale. You see people all the time. They say certain things on records. They pose a certain way. I bet you a lot of times those people don't want to do those things or dress a certain way or do some type of scene in a movie, wear dress in a movie and stuff like that. They chose money over morals. Because if you sit down with them,
would you? Let me ask you this question: would you choose to be getting $2 million for this disrespect your character? That you wear a dress in the movie? Would you want? Would you want?
Right. Well, while I'm sitting right here, I would tell you, no, I would not take $2 million. But a lot of times, things to be justified.
It's not. The thing about what's funny about that when you say that, it's not. It's not with how you make it seem like I'm gonna give you $2 million with a dress. What they do, they play the part perfectly. They give you a couple of roles so you can get the fill of the money. And then once you start getting the fill of the money, then they offer you something where you'll get a little bit more money to do something a little bit as far as wearing a dress.
Right.
So
you gotta get big.
Right. It's all like the way they play the game and the way they introduce you to it. Right. And that's the part that you gotta be careful with.
And that's why you gotta give Dave Chappelle so much credit. He walked away from a $50 million contract because he chose not to put on the dress. Now that's
because he chose his morals.
That's because he chose his morals. See, they're coming to you and tell you, hey, I'll give you $10 million. It's just a movie. It's just one scene. It's just one scene, but it's different.
Meanwhile, everybody in the world sees you different.
Right. Not everybody see you different, but you're planting the seed. You're planting.
Why would you care about what people think?
They're not.
It's not the fact of seeing. See, that's what you got to be careful with, Mandell. Don't forget, once you're into that star role, you're not caring about what people think, because now you're more into a leadership role at the same time. Because don't forget, a lot of people that watch TV look at certain people and carry them a certain way because of the way you protect yourself on TV. Now all of a sudden, if they able to get
look at Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy
to make you look
dress.
different, they just place you into the palm of their hands.
But wait. But Eddie Murphy, he was in that movie called Norbit, which was an excellent movie. Do people look down on Eddie Murphy for acting like a fat woman?
What? But you know what? It's not. I think it's bigger than what we're looking at it. It's not in the sense that they're looking down on the.
I think you shouldn't be listening to other people's opinions. Just stay out of people.
Hold on. Yeah. Let me say something. It's a bigger picture than, like Thomas said. That figure is representing something that they want to present. Now, it's not us looking down on it.
It's all entertainment.
Hold on. No, it's not, because you're planting seeds. That's why we're in this position now in America right now.
That's why Eddie Murphy played as multiple women on live, and no one looks at him like a girl. Okay, so
but it's not looking at Eddie. It's not looking at Eddie Murphy, looking down on Eddie Murphy.
Wore dresses. I don't want to hear that. That's nonsense. I think it's how you perceive what other people see you. It shouldn't be. But
you're not understanding. It's not. You're not understanding what we're saying. It's not an individual thing. It's not an individual thing. It's not an individual thing. It's about them having a society accept an image or something immoral on a grand scale, not on an individual.
Not an individual scale.
Okay, but Maurice, what do you think about this? Go ahead. I haven't heard of it.
I'm gonna try to break this down a little bit better. All right, so everyone knows that how rappers started wearing side bags, right?
Right.
The little side bag. So what happened was these rappers started wearing these side bags, and our children. Hey. Wait, can I finish, or are you gonna?
No, I know where you're going with this. It's good.
No, let me speak, Mandel.
All right. So they started wearing these side bags. So then they started getting basically like purses. So now all these guys follow suit out here in the neighborhood, follow those suit because of the visualization of what that rapper was wearing. Right? Now, it makes men look more feminized, because a purse is supposed to be for a woman. So they took that image, and most likely, again, and I hate to do this, but it's African American men. It's men of different race and nationalities that make them look more feminine, which make them look more weak. And that's what you're talking about is bigger than just that individual person, that only one person. It carries on into multiple people in our society, let's say, and then we'll get that image branded on us that you're a weaker class. Even though it's funny, like the dresser said, it's funny. Yeah, it's a great movie, but because how strong and powerful that person is, millions and millions of people see him and they want to imitate him. So once you imitate him, you get that image that necessarily is not you. So I think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I think that's the line that we that's the line that we're taking with this image of money over morals, because that's when you don't want to be looked. Some men don't want to be looked as a feminine, like men don't want to look like men don't want to look like a woman. But when they do that, they're sacrificing themselves. They're sacrificing themselves for an image that person, popular person, has.
Doesn't want.
So therefore, it breaks your moral compass, making it seem normal. But in actuality, it's not normal. You're breaking your morals. You're breaking something that you don't want to be. Or
it's usually someone that represents the youth to usher in a new era. That's breaking down. It's usually not the person in the 30s and the 40s. No, they're attacking people who's 14, 50, who's impressionable. So once you can attack the people who's coming in and that's coming to take reign over society, they make it acceptable. And once they make it acceptable, it's normal to the youth that's coming in. It's like I said, I always say this: you never seen the skirt come back down. You never seen the skirt come back down. What I'm talking about, the skirt started at the ankles, then it ended up at the knees, then it's at the thighs. Now where we at? It never came back. The skirt never came back down.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, The level of the skirt never came back down the way with the way it started.
So, since we understand that capitalism rules all things, okay, including morality, me in particular, I try to pick and choose. Okay, so morality, I have a limit. Okay, and money, I have a limit too. I'm not all about money, but it depends on every individual person. Everybody's different. Some, like you said, Maurice. Okay, everybody's individual morality is different. They don't want their image out there. Okay, to portray, to spread. Okay, but I think that's irrelevant because there, like you said, there's rappers who got purses, and eventually that is going to carry over to a lot of people who have nothing. If there's people in the hood that don't have nothing and they're paid to wear a dress, they're going to wear a dress. They don't care about money.
I agree with you. I agree with you also on that. When people see that money and they live in poverty, they'll say, "I'm going to take this $10 million to feed my family." I agree. That's another argument.
That's how I felt that Kevin Hart due to the fact that he gravitated towards more on the white side of humor at the time. I said, hey, you don't put apples and oranges in the same basket. They're two different things. Like Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, that's another subject. But I believe that they gravitate towards certain audiences. And once you gravitate towards an audience, doesn't matter what you think. It's all about how you got paid to do something they told you to do. Okay, they told you you want this money. You want to do it? Oh well. So let's see what the next subject. Okay, let me see. The last one is the simple way. Wait. What does that mean, Frankie? The simple way of the choice of the wise way. Okay, that could be reworded somehow like this. Okay.
No, read the next time. No, read the next time I sent it. I sent you 2 times. I reworded it.
Let me see what you said here. I'm going to add a word in here because I believe there's a word missing. The simple-minded way the choices, but the wise way blank. Okay. The simple-minded way the choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that's what you mean? Okay, the simple-minded or
the simple-minded. Yep, simple-minded. You can say simple-minded, but I can say simple also.
And my way the choice, but the wise way. Okay, blank. Okay, so go ahead, explain that. Go ahead.
I want you to finish the statement. What do you think the blank is?
Wait. Well.
Let me say it. The simple-minded way the choices. The simple-minded way the choices, but the wise way the blank.
I don't know. Let me see. Let me try to.
I can take up the guesses.
I believe that the choices that the simple mind makes is just the choice. But
that's your answer? Okay.
The wise can they choose the wiser choice. Okay, how about that?
Okay. Maurice. All right, Maurice, what you say?
Wait, are we just filling the blank for the wise?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. I don't. All right. So let me understand. Let me explain my reason why.
Think about it too, right?
The reason why I got to explain this because it's books that I read, and it's saying wise people choose faster. Like when wise people know all the results, maybe that's okay. Maybe I just answer my question. The wise. Wait, say the statement again one more time. Sorry.
The simple
mind way the choices.
But the wise way the blank.
The results.
Thomas, next.
I was going to say outcome.
Yeah, both right. The simple-minded weighs the choices, but the wise weigh the consequences. Why I say this? Because the choice is just a moment. The choice is just in the moment. If you're going to sleep with this girl, that's the choice you just made. But the consequences is you're going to have diseases.
You might have to live with her for the rest of your life.
You got to live with her the rest of your life. Now, you didn't weigh the consequences. The wise always weigh the consequences. And everything you do, we should weigh the consequences because the consequences can stay with you forever. The choice is just a moment. Anybody want to elaborate?
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I said wiser choices. Okay, so that may lead to something different. I don't know how, but wiser choices. It's just that it doesn't rhyme like what you did. It makes a sense. Consequences at the end. Yeah. Okay.
How many times,
very good, Frankie.
But how many times we see people, the movies just showing choices? People getting drunk, never showing the consequences. Never.
Yeah.
They never talk about it. They always talk about the star that was big in the 80s and the 60s. They never show the outcome. They never show the consequences of their actions. They never show it. They never tell it. They never give the report. Oh, this person, after they had stardom, their life went downhill. Their family was wrecked. You know, they never talk about it. They never talk about the consequences.
That's true. They always show the good parts of their life.
Yeah, we still got two people watching, but it's already been an hour now. So it's up to y'all what y'all want to do now. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap. I think Frankie ended on a great note.
All right. Great stream, y'all guys. Great stream. Okay, so you'll get your checks in the mail.
Yeah, right.
They're coming from you.
Yeah, that's money over morals. That's money over morals right there.
Don't hold your breath.
Money over morals. Money over morals.
My choices is not my choices. Okay. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night, and thank you for joining. Same bat time, same bat time on Sundays at 9. And all y'all guys who joined in, Bree and Hassan, okay, thank you for joining the stream. And y'all have a good night. And I will talk to you later, okay? Alligator. And Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. Peace.